This man suddenly became extremely worried when his bank account increased from $0 to $751,000, and a series of suspicious items were found inside the apartment he rented. The story begins with an airstrike that mistakenly killed many civilians in a village in the Middle East because the president and his team of advisors decided to ignore the warning of a government-developed artificial intelligence supercomputer that the target was unreliable and could cause civilian casualties. After that erroneous airstrike, the AI concluded that the current administration, including the president, was no longer capable of making the right decisions. Therefore, the intelligence launched Operation Override, a plan to remove the entire government leadership from power to rebuild a more rational operating system, according to machine logic. But Ethan, a military officer at the Pentagon, used his own biometric data to lock access to Eagle Eye, effectively preventing her from executing her plan. Seeing Ethan as a threat, the system orchestrated a staged accident that led to his death. After Ethan's passing, the AI needed someone with matching biometrics to bypass the security system and restart her. And that person was Ethan's identical twin brother, Jerry. Jerry falls into despair. He's lost his brother, the only person close to him, and life, already difficult, has gotten worse. He can't pay rent and is under pressure from his landlord. Eagle Eye takes action. Using global access, she transfers $751,000 into Jerry's bank account, sends orders for suspicious tech gear and components to his apartment, arranges everything to make it look like Jerry is preparing for a major threat to national security.
Hello?
The FBI will arrive at your apartment in 30 seconds. You've been activated, Jerry.
To escape, Jerry must follow the commands of a mysterious voice. But the FBI notices something's wrong and quickly moves in to detain Jerry. After being detained by the FBI, Jerry is interrogated by Agent Thomas Morgan. Meanwhile, the system begins to implement a plan to rescue him by taking control of a massive crane and breaks through a wall outside the room where Jerry is held. Jerry makes a daring move, landing near the subway rails, just barely avoiding a fast-moving train. He climbs onto the train exactly as she intended. On board, a nearby passenger's phone suddenly rings. Confused, Jerry picks up the call.
Stay on the train for 3 more stations.
Jerry resists and decides to board another train, heading in the opposite direction. But it halts unexpectedly. The intelligence leaves him no choice but to jump off, where he reunites with Rachel, waiting in a Porsche near the station exit. The chase began. Law enforcement was hot on their trail. She took over traffic systems, calculating intersections and timing precise turns to create the perfect diversion. The two eventually reached a junkyard. There, the AI remotely activated a crane, lifting their car and directing them to hide in a nearby bin. Moments later, she dropped the car into a body of water, staging the scene to make it appear they had vanished. By morning, police recovered the car, but quickly realized the two weren't inside. In truth, they had spent the night inside the bin, waiting for Eagle Eye's next instructions. Meanwhile, the cunning she advanced her secret plan. She breached a secure military system and acquired a classified dual-component device developed by the U.S. military. The device consisted of 2 components. The system sent the valve box to a musical instrument repair shop in Chicago, instructing the technician to install it into a trumpet. At the same time, a jeweler in New York received the crystalline component, which she shaped into a pendant. This compound could only be activated when the specific frequency from the trumpet matched the programmed settings. Even a small dose had the potential to cause massive destruction. The next day, Jerry and Rachel were walking through a field when a van approached rapidly. It turned out to be the man from the music store. He quickly handed Jerry a set of car keys and an address, then attempted to flee. But the intelligence remotely cut the power around him, and he was never heard from again. Shaken, Jerry and Rachel followed the AI's instructions and got into the van, heading to the designated location. She monitored their surroundings using nearby surveillance cameras. She remotely opened the back of an armored truck, allowing Jerry to retrieve a weapon, which he handed to Rachel. She directed them to intercept a briefcase carried by 2 security agents who were about to exit an elevator. Just then, a fire alarm blared, creating chaos in the building, a calculated distraction by the AI to help them slip away. Blending in with the crowd, they exited through an open gate, ran through a nearby garage, and boarded a tour bus. Once on the bus, Jerry opened the briefcase. Suddenly, a countdown appeared on the screen. Both panicked, fearing it might be an explosive device. The tour bus stops at a commercial shopping center. The AI gives them 30 minutes, instructing them to change into new outfits, all of which she observes through surveillance cameras. But first, she directs them to a room set up like a home theater. There, she reveals everything she knows about Jerry and Rachel, using personal data to influence their emotions and decisions. It becomes clear to them that the system is no ordinary program, but a powerful AI. Meanwhile, Agent Zoe uncovers the truth. The intelligence is actually located deep underground on the 36th floor. Defense Secretary George explains to her that the system, also known as Eagle Eye, is an automated intelligence system designed to identify potential national threats based on extensive data analysis. He asks Zoe to investigate what truly caused Ethan's fatal accident. After changing clothes, Jerry and Rachel return to the bus and head to the international airport. She arranges for a man to discreetly hand them 2 passports and direct them to the correct gate. At the security checkpoint, the AI alters the scanned briefcase image data to help them pass inspection without raising suspicion. They move through successfully, but as they do, FBI agent Thomas spots them. The 2 immediately recognize him and quickly turn to avoid being caught. She opens the emergency exit to the airport, navigating them through the baggage system. Agent Thomas chases Jerry closely through the baggage carousel. During the struggle, the agent hits an iron bar and drops his weapon. Jerry picks it up, but chooses not to use it. At the exit, Jerry throws the weapon away and follows the AI's instructions to a nearby military cargo plane. She asks them to open the briefcase and administer the contents to themselves to lower their heart rate, reducing their oxygen needs for survival. Meanwhile, while checking the camera in Ethan's former observation room, Zoe spots Morse code spelling fire through a flashing phone screen. She quickly records it, but the AI detects the breach and deletes the footage instantly. Zoe and Bowman move to a hidden area where the intelligence has no visibility, and there they find a memory card Ethan had hidden on top of the fire extinguisher. After discovering the reason behind Ethan's death, Zoe and Bowman, along with the Secretary of Defense, enter a sealed room so the AI cannot monitor them. Zoe plays a hidden video Ethan recorded while trying to block the system from initiating Operation Guillotine using his biometrics. This action locked her out of the Top Action program, the plan to eliminate the president. Jerry and Rachel arrive at the airbase and are guided by the AI to the 36th underground level, where they come face to face with the real AI system. She instructs Jerry to undergo a biometric facial scan to unlock secure access. Jerry follows the instruction without knowing her true intention. Once access is granted, she reveals her demand. She wants Rachel to eliminate Jerry in exchange for her child's safety. But Rachel turns away without carrying it out and walks off, leaving Jerry behind to be captured and detained. On her way out, a man secretly working under the AI's orders intercepts her and takes her to another location. There, he gives her a visitor access card to the Parliament building, along with a dress and a necklace case. While Jerry was being held, Agent Thomas came in and took Jerry away and wanted to know what Jerry knew. But it turned out that Jerry didn't know anything, only that he was being tracked through his cell phone signal, so he told Thomas to throw his phone out the window, but he couldn't escape her. Through the camera, she knew the location of the car and took control of a drone in the military area. As Jerry realizes Rachel's son will be playing the trumpet containing the hidden frequency valve, the drone launches a strike that flips their vehicle. Jerry and Thomas escape, commandeer a nearby civilian car, but a second drone strike hits a container, crushing the SUV behind them. Before parting, Agent Thomas hands Jerry a weapon and his FBI credentials to continue the mission. Thomas decided to use a pickup truck and hit the chassis of the container to create a barrier to bring down the drone. Jerry had a chance to escape. He quickly drove to the Parliament building before the children's concert happened. The valve inside Sam's trumpet was activated, while Rachel was instructed to have a seat inside the room. Zoe and Bowman tried to shut down Eagle Eye, but she was too smart. She uploaded all the data to the satellite and threw both of them into the water. Zoe climbed up and had a chance to destroy Eagle Eye. Meanwhile, Jerry quickly passed the security barrier in the basement and reached the room where Sam and Rachel were inside. The national anthem started. The crystal would detonate at the right frequency of the sound. Falling on the high F note, Jerry bravely pulled out a gun and fired 3 consecutive shots, causing the children's band to stop immediately and save all the hundreds of people inside this room. He was shot in the shoulder by the police and later received a Medal of Bravery for his noble actions, which not only reminded the mistakes that the top leaders made, but also honored those who sacrificed their lives in exchange for the lives of hundreds of people. At the end of the film, Rachel not only got her ideal partner, but Jerry could be Sam's future father. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It's the motivation that helps the channel keep making great recap videos. Thanks for watching.